Realistically speaking, at least, there was no way that could have been avoided. Just have TAS frame perfect reactions and uncurl. That would have been the only way that could have been avoided, unless I like was hard holding right the entire time as I like came off the jump. Both runs today, I've gotten such shit rubber banding RNG. I don't understand the races where the rubber banding just never kicks in. Because there's definitely like sometimes you have a race and the entire race, the rubber banding just never happens. I think it was like a run a couple of days ago where I was just like in first the entire race and I never saw like a single Goron. I'm like, okay. I'll take it. It'd be crazy if it always worked like that, because that's how it should work, but instead they put pseudo difficulty into it. It's kind of hype. Hello, unknown. How are you? And Goosh, thank you for the raid. How are you? Have you completed your Osmos yet, Brack? Is it completely done? Oh, you are correct, Justin. 2 runs in a row of an unavoidable bullshit event happening in Goron Race. Really cool. Alright, enjoy the drive, Prack. I hope you go 300 kilometers an hour. It's like the equivalent of like how in T2ID Glitz Pit is what looks like complete garbage to deal with. Except this is either it kills your run or it doesn't. Unless if you're in the good situation where you can afford to have a second or third try Goron Ace, which is a good feel in that situation. But yeah, but I've seen y'all get fucked at Glitz Pit before. I've seen y'all get so memed there, where like you just keep getting shit like on terrible fights where it's like, don't attack for the first 3 turns. That seems like the dumbest condition to have to get. If you get that on a fight where the enemies just do like a ton of damage. Or like, don't attack with Mario or something like that. Where you have to like jump on an enemy or something. No, how was your stream, Goosh? Did you win? Is your favorite Zelda low-key? That's definitely a good one to have. I think most Zeldas are pretty good. I'd be surprised though if someone said like Zelda 1 is their favorite Zelda, because I mean, obviously the first of its kind started it all, so definitely has like something going for it. But I think a lot of people who probably didn't grow up with Zelda 1 probably don't really care for it too much. I've never really like actually like played Zelda 1. I just like have like messed around with it randomly like multiple times, and like it's like, oh yeah, I'll get the sword and then I'll wander around somewhere and not get anywhere. That's definitely a where the fuck do I go kind of game if you don't have like Nintendo Power or something. Mushrooms plus a bullet bill, let's go. I don't know, like Link to the Past, like yeah, pretty much any of the 3D Zeldas could definitely see like being a good argument for like someone having that as their favorite. Link's Awakening. Yet to have played Link's Awakening, but eventually. I don't know if you watched that Thomas Game Docs video, Justin, on the video he made of like his fan base or just people like polling what their favorite Zelda is. And crazy, Breath of the Wild was the #1 one. Isn't that insane? However, it would have been very interesting if it wasn't the #1 rated one. Yeah, it had like 7,000 responses only. It's just the fact that it's like very unsurprising that it was Breath of the Wild being the #1. Could have been really spicy if it wasn't. I've also heard a lot of people say that they don't like Breath of the Wild as a Zelda game, which I think makes sense based on my understanding of the game. I definitely could understand people saying something like that, where it's like, I don't think this is a good Zelda game, so it's definitely breaks the formula. It's definitely like one of the most different. At least it seems like the most common complaints I hear people say with the game is a lot of people don't like the weapon system, how weapons can break, and then a lot of people also don't like the shrines. Or don't like the shrines in the sense that apparently they're too easy, or just the fact that like there's so many short ones that you can just like do one thing and like cheese it really easily. That's why I've heard like a lot of people say they hope like Breath of the Wild 2 has like actual like Chad dungeons. I definitely heard people say like, oh yeah, I figured out how to cheese this one shrine and then I could basically just do that exact same thing for every other shrine or something like that. Zelda Spirit Tracks, is that one of your favorites? Never played that myself. Never really played any of the handhelds except for Phantom Hourglass's multiplayer I played as a kid because my friend had that, and DS Download Play was lit because DS Download Play, hands down, like one of the best features. Because you could play like multiplayer with like your friend even if you didn't own the game. So like, it was so cool. I can assume, I know I've heard people say that, like you can use like cheats like on EMU or whatever to disable weapons breaking. I probably wouldn't do that for my first playthrough because I most likely will emulate Breath of the Wild when I play it with the ROM that I have dumped myself, of course. And I would definitely want like the full experience of playing the game so I could have like a fair opinion on everything, but I could already I can already see myself not liking the weapon system. I've definitely heard a lot of people say like, oh yeah, like I get like a new strong weapon, but I don't want to use it ever because I'm like, well, I don't want it to break. So I would definitely, I could see myself being in that boat of, yep. I think you'd be surprised. A lot of people like Majora's Mask a lot. It's just Ocarina of Time is such like an important game. Cause I don't know, it just like made 3D Zeldas, like it just like set the bar, and like I don't know. The fact of it being like the first of its kind in 3D Zeldas, like I guess just like holds a lot of like nostalgia for people. Nostalgia is probably a huge thing because I assume when Ocarina of Time came out and people saw it for the first time, people were probably like losing their shit over that game. Especially going from like Link to the Past to like Ocarina of Time, like must have been like an insane difference for people. Granted, Link to the Past I still think looks good because I think SNES games are very lucky because I think a lot of them still look good because pixel art, if it's done well, is pretty timeless. And SNES music is awesome. Music is so cool in SNES games. You'd have outliers, like Star Fox 1 on the Super Nintendo is a game that has definitely aged. But for it being like probably like one of the first like actually not complete terrible 3D games was something for the time. Hoping the weapon system and inventory management improves in the sequel. What's wrong with inventory management in that game? I feel like also, yeah, if you didn't do like the side quests, like many side quests in Majora's Mask, you probably like definitely didn't get as much of a full experience because Ocarina of Time you definitely get like there's definitely a lot more like mandatory like story content like in a normal playthrough you'd have to go through. But in Majora's Mask, most people like playing through the game would probably end up doing side stuff anyways. This is also coming from me who never got all the masks in the game when I played the game casually as a kid. But like my outlook on games was always like kind of the same, where it was usually like I'll like play through the game and like do things like as I come across them, but usually when I played through games back then I didn't like go out of my way to try and do like everything possible. I feel like with games being on Steam though, I feel more like incentivized because like just having the achievement system makes it a little more interesting. Use Korok seeds to give yourself more slots, which I think you need 450 to max everything out, and there's 900, so you don't have to get them all. Something You ever play this game without 100%ing it? I've never 100%ed a Zelda game. I did pretty good for Twilight Princess, I'll say though. I only missed 4 heart I was missing 4 heart containers, and I had like half of the pose, and I think I had most of the bugs. Granted, I looked up where the bugs were because I was grinding for rupees at one point, and the bugs were easy rupees. Oh shit. I don't care for achievements. It's just kind of like an extra like little like, I don't know, thing for me. Also just depends, like, I don't know. It kind of depends per game. Like Death's Door. Take a shot every time Butter mentions Death's Door. I don't know, I was having a really good time with that game, so definitely made me want to do everything. I guess like for Twilight Princess, like when I found out I needed 30 more pose, I was like, where the fuck would they possibly be? Like that would have just been me wandering around until I happened to come across them, or me just looking up pose. So like that wouldn't have been very fun. Same with Tunic. I didn't find like all the pieces of the there's like 7 pieces of the manual I didn't find, and I have no idea where they would be. So like it would just be either wandering around until I happen to come across them, or like just me looking them up. And it's like at that point, like, I don't know. Because there's like I never got the true ending, so at this point I might just look it up because I don't know if I can be bothered to go back and do it. Oh, there's like this big mysterious door. I'm like, what's behind the door though? It's actually something. The Poe lantern. What does that do? It's just like beep or something if you're near a Poe. Because like, well, I think wasn't this the fortune teller? Could that fortune teller help you find the Poes? I don't remember. It seems like there's nothing really indicating where the Poes are at in that game. It's just kind of like, come across them, lol. So shots tonight, Justin? Go. Got the tequila ready? Yes. Yeah, that was so bad. I have 2 full bottles of Manischewitz sitting behind me, and then I have collectively a mostly full tequila bottle, because I have 1 bottle that's like a quarter full or something, and then I have 1 that's like half full. Yeah, those are the ones my dad gave me. Feels good. Makes it less of a victory if you do. Oh, I just like look up everything. Which is true though. Yo, shiny tattle. Does that tequila just sit on your desk, Justin, or do you have like a shelf beside you that just it sits on, which is near you? Like, at least for me in games, like, I just don't really care when it gets to the point of like there's no actual way in the game to figure out where the like missing things are that I need to find. But like I said for Tunic, for example, and like the pose in TP, except you might have been able to like, use the Fortune Teller to find the pose, because I know for the heart pieces in TP, the Fortune Teller, like you could use to find them. But like the pieces of the manual in Tunic, to my knowledge, like it would just be literally me wandering around until I happen to come across them, which wouldn't be very fun. In Death's Door, there's like these seeds that you have to get to like plant in these like vases to use them. They're like the health regeneration plants in that game, and there's an achievement for like planting all of them. And I know for like the seeds, there's a guy you can talk to who like will tell you where a seed is, but I forget if you can figure out where the plant vase is at itself in the game. I can't remember. Tequila gives you massive headaches afterwards. Just don't. True. The high key lit strat for tequila that we've been doing in recent times is tequila with lime. It actually makes it like way better. Makes it much better than just like raw tequila. I was like low-key really like limes a lot, not gonna lie. Which is interesting because the first time I did tequila, I think it was with a lime, with like the salt and lime. I don't even know if the salt really does anything for me, but usually when we do tequila and lime, we just do salt with it because, yeah. I don't really know what the salt actually does. But the lime is a huge play. When we were doing lime and salt with tequila, that shit hit so different. Yeah, right? The lime, like, nullifies, like, the tequila, I swear. It just, like, makes it a good vibe. Korok seeds. Is there any way in that game to actually, like, help you find the seeds, or you just have to know where they are? That definitely seems like a meme casually to find all 999. You don't need to, but like for like some people who want 100% the game. Yeah, I did know about the reward it gave you. That was one thing I did know. The DLC equipment thing, is it actual DLC or is it like an amiibo? You know, until I said that just now, I kind of forgot about amiibos actually doing something. Because I do have some amiibos, but I have not used them for anything in so long. Was it the same bush again then? What the hell? 20 bucks for 2 packs which come with items and story stuff. That's cool, like has story stuff. I guess the items are just kind of like a bonus. I just mostly liked the amiibo because it was like, oh hey, it's a cool little statue. But shoutouts like some like the older amiibos like for Smash 4. Like, I never understood why for like the Fox one, for example, how like this one has like blue plastic holding it up for some reason. I don't know why they chose blue. Meanwhile, for like, for example, this like Greninja one has like clear bits of plastic holding it up. So it's like, why did they not just use clear for all of them? I don't understand why. I don't know what the thought process was behind that, because the blue just doesn't fit. I mean, it's not the worst thing ever, but like, damn. Shouts to when Amiibo first were like released. Like, I remember like the Fox one specifically, it showed like it just like using a really thin, like clear plastic rod to hold it up, but I assume that was not practical, as it probably was very flimsy. Yeah, today I've gotten bombs every time out of first cycle. The huge online Breath of the Wild interactive map tells you everything. Oh, it feels good. Oh yeah, I definitely have seen the actual Majora's Mask in Breath of the Wild. I've seen that be a thing. Does it do anything, or is it just like a for fun equipment that you can equip and look cool? You bought 4 Amiibo last year. Damn, that's more than I bought last year. Most recent one being made with Skyward Sword Zelda. Oh yeah, I think a lot of people like that one. With the Loftwing, isn't it, I think? Or is that a different one? Definitely the later down the line, the Amiibos got way better. Like, remember like early on, like Wave 1, like Marth, for example, how like bad those were? I guess like all the more like human looking, more realistically proportionate human looking characters that are still not fully human proportion, but more proportioned than like Mario or some shit. Like Mario, or not Mario, Marth, like Shulk. Yeah, like those ones were pretty crusty. It keeps enemies from attacking you? That's pretty chad. Yo, early math? 8 AM math with the boys? It's kind of wild that they're still making Amiibo, like, almost 8 years later. I mean, I'm sure when Amiibo first came out, they were like a huge, like probably a huge moneymaker. That shit probably made them tons of money. A Cloud one you have is good enough. I guess that one wouldn't have came out like at release, since Cloud was like a DLC, a later on DLC character for 4. Shouts to the original 3DS that didn't have like the Amiibo like NFC or whatever it is, the scanner to accept them. Like for the original 3DS, you had to buy this like attachment to scan Amiibos. I didn't know a single person who had that attachment. Because the new 3DS just like had it built in or whatever. Huge unfortunate for anyone like who bought the original 3DS and then like, oh shit, they have the 3DS XL, let's buy that. Oh shit, they have the new 3DS which has like way better 3D and better like CPU and such, let's buy that. Oh shit, they have the new 3DS XL which is bigger, let's buy that. Like Feels bad for anyone who was in that boat. Oh yeah, you could like get like a bunch of like games downloaded, yeah, that they never released. What was like the thing that allowed you to get that? I forget like what the condition was, or was it just if you bought a 3DS early enough on? That one douche who scalped all the Rosalina amiibo? Bruh. I forgot that was like a huge thing, like scalping amiibos. I think like when I got the Greninja amiibo, like that was like a hard to find one. Like me and my friend just went to GameStop one day and there was just like one on the shelf and he was like, yo, you should get that. I'm like, alright. And then I got it. It is a nice little figure. It's definitely one of the ones that looks like pretty clean. You said to register before like August 2011. Damn. And it's crazy that they did that. That they let you download a bunch of games that you couldn't get on the eShop. It's so wild. It felt bad for people who spent $250 before the price drop. Skylanders. But didn't they have like their own like statues or whatever that weren't amiibo? Yeah, Beans X20. Yeah, we had a goal in this bingo we did last night, Justin, that said like have 20 beans in your inventory at a time. Pretty lit. Also Skylanders for existing and bringing to the world the ugly ass Spyro design that I'm pretty sure most people hated. I would say it was pretty bad design in my opinion. The 3DS launched for $250, but it wasn't smelling. Yeah, it smelled awful. It wasn't selling too well, so they reduced it to $180. Damn, that's a big price drop. And then there was the whole thing when it was either the new 3DS or the 3DS XL. One of those like didn't include the charging AC adapter. I forget what the justification was. I think it was something like, oh, most people probably already owned a 3DS, so they didn't see the point of including it, or it was like a let's make it cheaper excuse. Kind of like when Apple released an iPhone that didn't include the charger to make it cheaper, and it's like, But I think anything Apple does, people are just like, bruh. I speedrun the original Sly Cooper, the first one. I haven't speedrun that in years though, it's been a long time. That will always be like one of the coolest speedruns to me. I think Sly 1 speedruns are like really cool. They just have crazy shit in them. Cool game. 10. At Justin. Oh, I didn't know the DSi uses the same charger. I guess it makes it better because a lot of people, at least I think a lot of people have the DSi, question mark. That's how many shots you're taking? Yes. When you arrive Sunday night in Canada, we're gonna have 10 shots per person lined up. I've only ever played I played the original one, obviously. Then I played through Sly 2. I never played Sly 3. I have it, but I've never played it. I didn't like Sly 2 as much as Sly 1. Ugh. Like... It's been years since I played that game. I think I remember like the story just being kind of like eh. And I don't know. I don't know, it just like wasn't as fun to me as the original. The soundtrack was also a lot weaker. Like the soundtrack in the original game is really good. But I think in the second game the soundtrack was not as good. In my opinion. Yeah, we're getting an ARM cruncher installed for free, definitely. I forget exactly how the story even went. If I remember correctly, I think it was something like Clockwork wasn't relevant at all the entire game. Then at the very end, I was like, by the way, here's Clockwork, but he's like dead or something, or it's like something, I don't know, something weird. I don't know. I forget exactly because it's been like so long since I've played that game. I never watched speedruns of the second one because the other Sly games never had any sequence breaks really, or like sequence breaks as important to my knowledge. So like the speedrun was still like multiple hours. So I never, and all the people I watched only really ever ran the first game. You played the second one. Wait, you played Sly 2 the. Ah, interesting. I think I remember hearing rumors recently that there like might be like another Sly game coming out potentially. I went a little slow there, so I'll just draw a sword so my stick doesn't. I think it would have been fine, but whatever. Be a little safe. Also, shoutouts to like in 2012 or something when they released a trailer for like this Sly Cooper movie that was gonna come out, and then you just never heard anything from it ever again. And then it was gonna be made into a TV show, I remember. And then you never heard anything from that ever again. I think it was because the like Ratchet and Clank movie or whatever didn't do very good or something like that, I think. Is my understanding. So I think they canceled it because they assumed it wasn't going to do good or something. But my understanding is that the Ratchet and Clank movie was like good if you had played the games, but it like apparently it wasn't that good if you hadn't played the games. So, yep. Yes, Racing the 602, fire me up. Oh yeah, for Prac to do DKR on the DS. That's like the main thing, and then I guess we could use it for other things if we really wanted to. Sly 4 was a disappointment after how good 3 was. Yeah, I never watched much of 4. Never played it either. It always looked weird to me. Alright, goodbye forever, Justin. It was always weird to me because like in 4, they went for like a more semi like realistic look I guess, for Sly, whereas like in like the original trilogy, like they had like the same sort of like comic-esque style, which I thought looked a lot better. The design just like didn't vibe as much with me as it did in the originals. I thought the original just hit better. My first time ever playing Sly though was actually on my friend's PSP like years ago. But they had like the PSP collection or whatever. I forget which one I played on there. You played Jack 3, then the first, then 2. That's interesting. I don't know if it matters for that game. So only for Sly, like there definitely is story carryover, but I guess it's not like essential to play them in order. So I don't know if it's like that for Jack and Daxter or not. Like some of the characters though. Feels good. You do like good characters. PSP Pog. Isn't like the PSP supposed to be like a goated handheld console? Just cause like how much you can do with it or whatever. And then the PSP Go was like complete shit or whatever. Cause I think like any of like those like they weren't discs, but they were like discs in like a little shell or whatever that you used for PSP games. Like didn't those not work on the PSP Go? Or something like that, I think. And it was crazy is like how well received the PSP was, and then the PSP Go was just like not good. It's wild to me. Oh yeah, the Vita. I forgot the Vita existed, low-key. I completely like disregard the Vita in my thoughts there. The Vita did exist. Does anyone here have the Steam Deck? Basically, it's a Switch, but it's a PC. Anyone have one of those? I know a few of my friends like pre-ordered one. Ooh, this is a hype place to have inverted cam. Just makes it really comfy. Yeah? That was something. I see. Is it just completely out of stock for you, or are you waiting for it to like be cheaper or something? It's wild to me that PS5s are still being scalped. It's crazy. I guess I'm thankful I'm not trying to get one of those. It was kind of the same boat with a 30 series GPU for building a computer. I remember I had like a tower, a power supply, and like SSD just chilling upstairs for like 6 months because I was like waiting to get a 30 series before I would get the rest of my parts. But thankfully one of my friends, he like lived near like the store that got like 30 series pretty often at retail price, so he like just bought one for me and shipped it over. And I was like, lit. Feels good, man. You know, for PS5s, it's wild because I remember seeing like images recently of like stores like in some random countries where like an actual like store in person is like marking up PS5s. It was like some shit like it was like $1,500 US for this PS5 in a store. I'm like, bruh, that's some fucking garbage. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I guess for games like that, it's not super integral to your enjoyment to play them in order, but I'm sure it probably would have been nice to know certain things, but you know, it is what it is. Like, I guess this is technically a sequel to OT, but there is basically no reference. Like, this game hardly like really references like other Zelda stuff. Like, this game's never like, oh, by the way, man, shout out to that time when you killed Ganondorf and got sent back to be a child. Wait, what? I like literally forgot the menu for a sec. I like froze. I was like, what the fuck am I doing? That was stupid. And then Zelda is like only ever shown at the cutscene when you get Ocarina and you never see her again. Which is really interesting. So I think that's one cool thing about MM is that its story is very different than like, I guess, what you could consider a traditional Zelda. Okay. That was one thing that irked me somewhat. You're shitting me, man. Yo, dead run. The dead run because I missed the bridge and that Wolfos hit me. And I had bad movement at the start. Would not be surprised if that's the case. That's really dumb. I'll be once again surprised if this run ends up being alive. This happened before where I had some terrible movement and somehow the run was alive, and I'm like, okay. That's fine, unknown. Words are hard. I do understand. Alright, it lives for now. God, like, for so long I was led to believe that it's so tight, but apparently it's also lenient once you get to a certain point, so, yep. I mean, I'll take that, definitely. Oh yeah, but I was gonna say though, like about like MM story being very different, is how that was one thing that was low-key a little disappointing about Twilight Princess, because like the whole time it didn't really have anything to do with like the Triforce or Zelda or Ganon, even though Zelda was there, and then like halfway through the game, like Ganon got like mentioned and was like shown for a little bit, but it was kind of mostly about like the Twilight stuff and Zant, and then like at the very end, it was like Ganondorf was like, oh, I was actually pulling the strings the whole time, and it's like, okay, like it was like whatever, I guess, but like it felt, yeah, it felt kind of like shoved in. Like it felt unnecessary to do that. I still like, I thought it was really fun still, but it didn't make me hate the game or anything. But I didn't see the point of them doing that. I think that's like one thing people like about, like, for example, like Paper Mario 1000 Year Door and like Super Paper Mario, is that Bowser isn't the main villain. Whereas like, you know, in Super Paper Mario, he's like a villain for like a few minutes and then he joins your party. And then in like TTYD, he's like there, but he's not the main focus. Also, as cool as like the I thought the Zant fight was really cool, but I thought it was also like really easy. Like the Zant fight, the like possessed Zelda, and like the whole Ganon fight, I thought it was all just like pretty easy. It didn't feel that difficult to me. Did I play TMC? What's that acronym stand for? Oh, I've never played Minish Cap. People say I've never played like any mobile handheld Zelda. TMC. How could you make that into a D's Nuts joke? I thought Morpheal was really cool. I thought Morpheal looked pretty impressive. It's like, people give Twilight Princess a lot of shit for like looking all muddy, but I thought like Morpheal like visually looked pretty impressive. Argarok. Is that like the dragon thingy that you fight in City in the Sky? Okay, yeah, that one was pretty cool. But once again, like, wasn't very difficult. I don't know. I thought just the double claw shot though was like a really cool item. But I don't know. I also felt like spin attack was broken as fuck in Twilight Princess. It just felt like it like just destroyed like most things. I never got Great Spin, because apparently Great Spin is like the last like power thingy. I forget what they're called. But the last like ability you get. That would have been Chad. It just felt like spin attacking just fucked up everything. Okay, Twilight Princess did have like cool combat things. Like, it had the like the Wind Waker thing where you target and wait for the A prompt and like Link rolls and like slashes them from behind. It had that, but you had to like actually manually input it. You had to like side hop and then hit A to do it, instead of just a button doing it for you. So I thought that was kind of neat. Then they had the move like where you put your sword away and like you wait for this A prompt and like you like cut the neck of your enemy and then one shot them. That shit was wild. I was like, bruh, that was a crazy skill. I thought that was really cool. I felt very un-Zelda. Daya Baba. Is that the first one? Is it the Forest Temple boss? Okay. I assumed based on the name. Also, fun fact, you can pull as this human Link. Usually I pull it as Goron. But when you walk onto that like gray upper step from the snow, if you walk on that as Goron, he does like a little hop for some reason when normal Link just steps up it normally. It's really strange. So that's why I take off Goron mask before I like after I move the pillar, or I guess before works fine too. I thought it was interesting for that boss though, how you fought the like monkey or whatever to get the like the Gale boomerang, and then he helps you during the boss fight. I thought that was an interesting little twist, because that's not something you normally see in a Zelda game. So I thought that was an interesting little twist. But I don't know, that boss kind of came down to me figuring out how to damage it, and then it was like, okay, this is pretty easy. Two hours of phone calls later. Hey, welcome back. hope it was good. I'm trying to think of all the bosses. There was like the one like in the snow dungeon, like the wife or whatever who you fight, who that kind of like was low-key a little creepy, not gonna lie. I kind of like was expecting it though, because she was following you, and I was like, okay, is she gonna like somehow like start fucking me up? So I thought that was like kind of interesting. There's Morpheal, the lake bed boss. There was the whichever one was in the what's it called? The Arbiter's Grounds, like the sand desert dungeon. Whatever the name of that boss was, that's an interesting fight. Oh, that's Star-Lord. And then there was the Zant fight. Okay, I was very surprised that when like you unlock, like when you break the barrier around Hyrule Castle, and like, oh my god. Midna. I want to say Impa. I'm like, no, it's not her name. What the fuck's her name? Midna. Like, she goes all like spider form. I was fully expecting to have to battle her there. I thought that would have been kind of cool, but nope. That was a missed opportunity, I feel like. I don't know, like I was very surprised that didn't happen. Like it felt like such an easy thing to do. My brother was visiting me. He had Wii with Zelda Twilight Princess, and we played it all night. Got to the water tunnel, stopped. I need to fight the dude. Nah, fuck that. I don't fuck with him being up there. I'll most likely just lose a bunch of time. Because by the time I roll back over here from being on the opposite side of the room, usually I miss my visual cue and fuck up the fight. So I usually just respawn him and take the couple second L. That's sad. You should have just like fought your brother for the Wii. Makes you think of how I remember like when I was a kid, I was like at family's house and like people were over, and I remember like they were playing like my copy of Mario Kart DS, and I like forgot to get it back from them, and then I just never saw that person again, so I just lost my copy of Mario Kart, which is really hype because Mario Kart DS was really cool. Oh, the going on with the big chains, yeah, that guy wasn't very hard. No, I never got a new copy. Right? Fucking bitch, mechanical, more like dead. Your favorite goat? Would you rather deal with this goat or the goats in TP at the start of the run, or whenever you do those at the ranch? Yeah, when's a mod where instead of like the goats that they are in Twilight Princess, it just replaces them with a bunch of goats? There's just 20 of these guys running around. That'd be a clusterfuck. Would they be big? Yeah, of course. It would have to be big. 20 big goats running around the ranch. Damn. So are you guys looking forward to Justin doing TP 100% at BGDQ2 in a month? Less than a month? Not doing that. What do you mean? It's only like 7 hours or something like that. I don't know how long it is. Yeah, you can be doing TP 100% while Fig does OT 100%, while Arma does Wind Waker 100%. Fig actually ran OT, okay, but you actually run TP, so uh-huh. When we were doing something in OT recently, we looked at his 100%. Yes, he did run 100%. We watched a part of his PB because we were trying to figure out what you do in a certain spot because he couldn't remember. $100%. Yo, is that a reference to you running Metroid Dread at BGDQ? What's like dumb things we should do at BGDQ? Shot lore or shout loud? Most percent? Yo, that's a hype one. Just do most of the game. What is dread mode? Is it like the hard difficulty in that game? If you touch anything, you die, bruh. That'd be a wild race. Have you like completed a playthrough on that mode or something? Oh, you've never even like I assumed you would have like casually done that at some point. So G again. I kind of forgot like until like I mentioned Metroid Dread that like y'all actually ran that for a bit. Ooh. Look at that Giga Chad push. I think didn't you stop doing it because like of Turbo like? There's a thing you said you would have ran it like if Turbo became a thing for it, and I don't know if Turbo ever became a thing for that game. Oh, the route kept changing, real Odyssey vibes, except Odyssey was like literally daily the route was changing when that game was new. It was really epic. Yeah, what's the 602 equivalent, but you include Odyssey? What number does that go up to for Odyssey? I know it's a thing people actually do, or people have done. Yeah, there is a category for that where it's like all actual moons that isn't just buying moons or whatever. Isn't that how you get to 999? You just buy like a shit ton of the same moon or something like that? Fuck you. For the first time in 10 years. A 1482, bruh. That's insane. Yeah, shoutouts to the day in your chat when someone like asked you if you're gonna do a 206, and you're like, what's that? And then I was like, oh yeah, it's Mario 64, 1670, and 120. And then that person was actually referring to something else, apparently. I don't remember what they ever actually said, what they were referring to, or if I just missed the message. Yeah, well, and then someone was like, someone was like at me and was like, no. I'm like, what do you mean? That literally is a 206 though. Oh shit, shots? Let's go Evo. Let's go Evo. Bruh. How's the weather, Ebo? Damn, so you're doing a 1482 at BGDQ, Justin? Yo, you know what we could do the whole week at BGDQ too? We could do a Mario 64 Fire Sea 0 A-Press run where we have a setup that's just sitting in Fire Sea for the entire week. Someone just has to give up their Wii for the week so we can let the thing do its thing. Announcements are so silly. Animal Channel. Alright, after I am done with this. Oh, I didn't hit that one. Fuck. Growing. I threw so hard. That was gonna be so good. Bruh, the fuck, Justin? Maybe she's getting the illest stretch by pushing her back into the door frame. Uh-huh. That makes sense. That is one thing that could have been better, is the detection for it letting you get on Epona. So that's where that shit happens, like, if you're not, like, in exactly the right position. Did it have audio playing? Like, were you just letting it vibe in the background? That makes me think of the other night when Kendall was scrolling through clips and how, like, every time she went back to the main page, or, like, where the clips were at, it just kept auto-playing our hosting streams for some reason. That was so dumb. Twitch should remember, though, if you have it muted, though. Like, it was annoying that it kept unmuting it every time. That was a dumb thing. Like, it should remember that, I feel like. One day I will get a 46. I remember you mentioned that. I'm surprised you did something like that, because I don't think you've done that for any of your other videos, to my knowledge. I've paid someone else to do it. Did you like want something done with the video specifically that you like just couldn't do yourself, or just didn't feel like putting in the effort to do? The highlight video? I know Arma and I want to make a Superman 64 highlight video from when we did our race last year. And someday we'll end up doing it, because that'll be 8 hours of footage we'll have to sift through. So that would take a little bit to just get all the juicy parts of the run. Your Gyazo gif isn't generating? Frick. Can we fight them? Can we tweet at Gyazo like, yo, they'll suck? That's a mood sometimes. Not sure how you want it done. Understand that one. Oh yeah, I guess you may have not been around for that time, Owl, but yeah, last year Arma and I raced Superman 64. I think it was like May, like 17th, I'm pretty sure, is like the anniversary. I think like BGDQ is just barely missing the anniversary of our Superman race. But yeah, we raced it and we got to like the very end of the game. We got so far. But then like to do the final thing in the game, it just like, well, like everything else in the game, it just doesn't tell you what to do, because the game doesn't tell you anything. It's so fucked. Like, I don't know how we managed to even get that far. I'm surprised we got to the final level, but the final level was so fucking long, and if you died at any point, it was like, do the entire thing again. It was like, oh my god. It was insane. Like, I died at one point, and I was like, I don't think I can go anymore. And I was so hungry, and Arma was also really hungry. And so I was just watching Arma, and then, like, in the final thing, there was no way you would know what to do. Because the final thing, there's, like, a number on screen, and there's, like, 4 teleporters. And when you go through a teleporter, it, like, lowers or raises the number. And you're supposed to somehow know to make the number reach a specific number. But I don't think it ever tells you that. So how you would figure that out is beyond me. That's going to be a good video. Whenever that gets made, because that has to happen, that's going to be a good highlight video. That'd probably be, like, a long highlight video. Probably, like, at least, like, a half-hour long or something. Yours was like 8 hours that you paid someone to highlight for you. Can't bother to do that. I would definitely want to do it myself, most because I know I could make it myself, and, well, I don't know exactly how we're gonna do it. Like, I don't know if Arma wants to edit some of it, and I want to edit some of it, and then just put it together. I'm not sure like how that'll go. That would probably be more optimal if it was like, okay, you handle like the first half of the run, and I'll do the second half of the run, or some shit like that. That would probably be like it'd be more optimal to do it that way, definitely. Split up the work. Funny enough though, as much of a meme it is, I inputted a turnaround. I definitely 100% inputted the turnaround, it just didn't do it, feels good. As much of a meme it is that half the game is flying through rings, that's probably the better part of the game, because at least it's straightforward. And there's no dumb shit. Well, it's still dumb, but it wasn't that bad, low-key. And you know, there's a beta version of Superman 64 that exists, and it has actual levels. Crazy, I know. It's insane. Yo, do we make that a goal for BGDQ2, Arma and Butter? attempt to race Superman 64 again, or like Superman 64 relay or something like that. That could be a good meme. Has anyone here actually ever played Superman 64? Bruh, I just saw that now, Justin. LMAO. That's a good one. He's like, oh yeah, let's just add like a little bit more blue to the image. No, I'm pretty sure on yours, I can see where the tier ends on mine originally. Like, I can see like a little bump where I'm pretty sure where the teardrop ends on 746. Just know the memes from that game. Yeah. It's insane that like something like that existed. Just wild. Quality control really just said like, yep. I think for Superman 64 there was like supposed to be a PS1 or PS2 whatever version that was gonna come out, and it was gonna be like apparently actually looking like an actual game. And then because the 64 one did so bad, they just like canceled it or whatever. Yo, it's like, did you know, Justin, that there was a Spider-Man 4 game being made before like the movie got canceled? Yeah, I know there's like stuff out there of it that you can find. I like watched a video on it like a while back. I'm always forever curious of what the timeline would be like if Sony higher-ups weren't bad for Spider-Man 3 and caused it to be a worse movie, and then in turn making Spider-Man 4 not exist. Yeah, because so sometime in like October or November of last year, like, because AGDQ wasn't happening in person again for like 2 years, so it was like 2 years in a row without in-person GDQs, and we were like, damn, we should just like organize our own meetup. And so we booked an Airbnb and did our own thing, and then like we didn't have a name for like what we were gonna call it originally, and then like we ended up like memeing and originally just being like, oh, let's call it BGDQ for Butter Games Done Quick, and then we ended up like just actually calling it that, and now it's just what it's called. Because yep, I guess it's easier to say BGDQ instead of being like, oh yep, we're doing our second hangout or whatever of all the homies being in Canada. Dude, yeah, throwback to SGDQ 2019.x. Those were good times. Also, yo, see that? Thanks for the glow. I hope you're good. Yeah, in January, we would have been doing BGDQ 1. It was just me and Prak. I think the first day we streamed with just us because to get into Canada back then, thankfully it's different now. You can just go into Canada normally like you could before. But back then, for like a while, in America, to get to Canada, you had to have a COVID test that was not antigen or whatever. And it had to be taken within 72 hours or less when you crossed the border. And so it was like G's test results just never came back at all. So like Arma, Jcog, G, and Justin were all driving together. So like they had to like wait like an extra like 2 days or something because of just test garbage. So like Prak and I got there like Saturday night, I'm pretty sure. And then we were like, it was just us all of Saturday night, Sunday, Monday, and then Tuesday, yeah, it was Tuesday, like in the evening, everyone showed up. And then like Fig had other complications, which couldn't make him show up on time. Yeah, it was really dumb. But thankfully now, to come into Canada, all you have to do is, is cross the border, have a passport. So it's gonna be cool that we're not gonna get like robbed out of like half the week of hanging out with people. Because that was shitty that we got robbed of like, I think Americans were gonna get there originally like Sunday, like sometime in the day. I don't think they were gonna get there on Saturday at all. I don't think. Yeah, you don't need a test at all to get into Canada. You might still need one if you don't have the vaccine, but everyone does, so chillin'. I assume you wouldn't for like getting into the airport. I'd assume not, at least. But I've not had to deal with flights in forever, so shrug. And I guess also America. Yeah, we definitely only booked Airbnbs where we didn't have to see the hosts. I don't know. Like, we definitely specifically booked a place where like we had the whole place to ourselves because we weren't trying to have to deal with like other people being there. Yeah, the previous people, I assume at least, at the Airbnb just left a fuck ton of garbage bags in the garage that were like filled with stuff. So low-key when we left, we just put all of our garbage in there. Because usually they say, like in the Airbnb listing, they normally say where you put like all your garbage and recycling, but they never said anything where to put it all. Yeah, some Airbnbs have like crazy like rules and such. There's definitely a bunch we found that were like good, but then it was like, oh yeah, I'll be like in the house next door or something, or I'll be in the floor above or whatever. I don't know, that's just a definite nah from us, dog, because I don't know, plus I would rather not have to deal with like, I don't know, just seeing random people, I don't know. Oh yeah, I see some places like that. I've definitely seen ads where they're like, it's gonna be like a $50 fee for any like uninvited or like any like extra guests or whatever like that, and it's like, because I know it's straight up like it's not supposed to be a thing if you're not supposed to have any cameras at all that like aren't specifically stated. So I know the one we're getting, I think it has like a camera like on the front door. So if there was like any other cameras on the inside anywhere, I'm pretty sure that'd be illegal since they weren't specifically stated. I did a backflip somehow there. Yeah, facts, Justin. I don't know. I never understood like Airbnb hosts like charging extra for if someone was just like coming in to like come in for like a few hours and leave. Like I don't see why that matters. Probably just like stingy people trying to make more money. Oh yeah, those ones where you have to have everyone like actually on the listing, because that's also like I assume that most of the people who are coming don't even have an Airbnb account, so it's like they have to make one and all this shit. Like, are they gonna be like straight up looking for everyone? Like, oh, is this person here? I don't know. Yeah, some people like that are just like, nah, dog. There's also like some Airbnbs I remember coming across. It's like just looked like very trashy, I guess is a lack of better words. It is a lot nicer than getting a hotel though, because at an Airbnb you actually have like areas where you can hang out and such, other than like, okay, let's all sit on the beds and crowd around the TV. Like it's nice actually having like a living room, like where there's space for us to all chill, and like having a kitchen where we can actually do stuff. My only exception for that is like at GDQs. I feel like I definitely would rather stay at the GDQ hotel, even though like getting an Airbnb could be cheaper and like we'd have like spaces and such. But at GDQs, like I wouldn't want to be at an Airbnb that's like a 10-minute drive or something, and it's like, oh yeah, like if I want to go back to my room and get something, I have to like drive back or like take an Uber or something. Or like if I wanted to go to like the practice room and hang out with people, it's like, okay, I can't just walk down the stairs or take the elevator. It's like, yep, I'll be there in like 20 minutes when we get there and deal with traffic and all that. But for this situation where it's like just us and not being at like a GDQ, definitely an Airbnb is the play. Plus, would definitely suck having to deal with like everyone drinking. And then it's like, okay, now we have to make our way back to the Airbnb, which is however long away, so, It's also interesting, some Airbnbs will like like it'll say something like the max amount of guests is like 10 or whatever, and if you put in like you're bringing 7 guests, the cost will be cheaper than if you say if you put in you have 10 guests. It's really weird. It's very strange that it's like that. I guess because people trying to be like, oh, there's more people staying, so it should cost more. But I don't know. It's still the same amount of space, so I don't see why that should matter. Like a hotel room. At least any hotel I've ever been to, it's just you just buy the room. Technically, for like most hotel rooms, you should only have 4 people in there, but you could realistically have as many people as you can fit in there. It doesn't actually matter. Yeah, right. Some people are just like scummy. But at least this Airbnb like we got, like it looks like, I like how it looks, and it seems like the area it's in, okay, thanks. The area it's in seems like pretty nice. Like we're close to like, we're not super far away from everything, which is nice. Yeah, I guess in that situation, maybe Justin. Oh, CEO, nice. That seems like a good tourney. I do know, like, there's like a 10-minute walk, this really good breakfast place, which is once again a Canadian only thing to my knowledge, but it's called Stacked Pancake House. That's a hype breakfast place, and it's like a 10-minute walk from our Airbnb, so we can all just like walk there to hype. But it is nice not being like 20 minutes away from everything. That's what I've always heard at like the older AGDQs that were in wherever they were on the West Coast. Apparently there was this one hotel where you literally could not get to anything if you didn't have a car. But they had like food trucks show up apparently. So I guess that was like a lot of people's like main source of food during those GDQs. New phone soon? Oh frick, the Pixel, Justin? I do know, like, from our Airbnb, there's like a Walmart not too far away, which is cool. Rip the Game Boy Advance SP. You should just bring it to BGDQ so we can drop it and have a nuke go off again while we're sleeping. Specifically while I'm doing an MM run and while you and Figure sleeping on the couch. You know, the whole funny thing with that situation happening is the fact that, like, I remember like when I was sitting there, I was like trying to be quiet. Like I wasn't talking too loud, but I was like trying to be quiet for y'all. And then like that shit happened, and it was like loud as hell. And I was like, well. But you didn't wake up to it, I don't think. Like only Fig woke up briefly. There's a clip from BGDQ where like Justin was asleep on the couch and his phone fell out of his pocket and it made like the loudest sound ever. It was so loud. But it's like one of those like modern like touchscreen flip phones, and like it just looks like a Game Boy Advance SP when it's all like folded up. Yeah, we just call it the GBA SP because that's what it looks like, honestly. Wait. That was a terrible menu. I guess I lost a bunch of time by time being not cut as close as it could possibly be. I think I lost time because the earlier parts of the run were better, so I was way farther ahead on in-game time than normal. So by the time I got to that split, like I had to wait for in-game time. Whereas if I was slower, in-game time would have been tighter. Just kind of like funny. Now that's like a thing. Oh god, this is a sus angle. I didn't get like a good angle. Alright, chilling though. Yeah, this is being talked about earlier in the stream, but hitting this Poe with a bomb is frame perfect. But the bomb explosion is out for multiple frames, so it's like not that hard. It's not too bad. It's like it's pretty tight, but I have like a visual cue I kind of look for. Because you can pull the bomb too quickly, and you can miss the frame by being too fast, which is interesting. I basically look for when the Poe, like as soon as the Poe flashes red from taking damage, that's when I pull my bomb for the next hit. Just the frame perfect stuff. Just the frame perfect stuff that like isn't that hard. Also, there's the phone clip I was talking about. In case you want to hear the loudest thing ever. I was trying to find that. I was scrolling up in Discord because I posted it the other night. See ya, bitch. Gotta go exercise. Alright. I hope the gains are good. Thank you for the good luck and the good night. Yeah, definitely will be done after this run, I think. Only going for 4 hours, I'm surprised. Feels like I've been going for longer than 4 hours, but I've been going for only 4 hours. Because I did 2 runs that made it past Snowhead, and I guess we done this one, so I guess that would add up to about 4 hours, huh? Damn, I got that gold split though. At least whatever happens, I can say I didn't spend all day today just like sitting in first cycle, not getting bombs, then getting caught at Deku Palace. Also, yeah, one thing I was talking about earlier, if you beat Woodfall as your first dungeon, when you appear right here, what normally happens is Tattle will talk to you for like 30 seconds or something like that. It feels like a long time she talks to you for. At least. But for some reason it just doesn't play. I wonder if that's like an oversight or if that's like intentional. Also, we do have magic, so I don't have to refill on magic here. You alone, Clam? Clam is sometimes a huge troll. Pretty neat. Thankfully it wasn't bad there. Just a minor inconvenience. Alright. I think that was a frame perfect roll to not open the door, I'm pretty sure. Take that. Look, it technically would be better to not barrier on the fish there to kill them, but I feel like it usually ends up being slower because those fish are always all over you if you don't kill them. I guess that would be one nice part for this to be on English, because on English you can use the Zora barrier while you're diving. Dumbass. I was like, hello, what's happening here? Skip the cutscene, that last pirate fight? Can you even skip that cutscene? Skip. To my knowledge, I don't think you can skip fighting that pirate at all. My knowledge. You mean? You get the magic at the bottom here. I wonder if I would have enough magic to not refill at all. Not sure. But it's like, I may as well refill there. But there's no good reason not to get the refill there, even though I probably could have had enough magic, and even if you run out of magic, you can kill the eels with fins. It's just like a little weird to do that. Just slightly awkward. glitch happened, but sure. Whatever you say, sir. You know, honestly, kind of forgot for a while until someone mentioned it the other day about the jump in this room here you can do to skip climbing the ladder. Just, it's something that saves like probably so little time I never bothered really messing with it. It's just really weird to get consistent. When I didn't like fully get it, and I felt like when I was trying it, it just missed it more often than not, so I was like, eh. Which button I put Ocarina on? It's either C left or C right. I don't remember which one I put it on. C right? Yeah. I could not remember for the life of me where I put it. I was pretty confident it being on C right though. I'm not sure. I'm not looking at live split anymore. For the remainder of this run, I will not look at it. I think that's a good play. I don't know if you ever do that, like, at the end of like 100% runs or something, if you know it's a run. Or if that's a thing you do at all in any category. If you know you're on like something that's not complete garbage. Damn. Just not fazed by seeing like, oh shit, I'm ahead by 35 hours. Oh my god. I got the bomb. I have like 12 bombs right now or something, so it's kind of good, and I'll probably get a bomb drop in the pot before the wart room, most likely. Usually you get like at least one, but even if I don't, that will be fine. So shots tonight, Justin? You have your tequila right there, as we all know. You could? Oh, fuck. Kinda want to? Oh, fuck. I mean, I do have tequila and wine sitting behind me. If you want to be down, shit. And we could get Kendall's invoice, so we could get her to pop out with the whipped cream vodka. This will probably bring Kendall out of mute or out of lurk if she's lurking right now. Oh my god, day 3 of pizza, bruh. That's a tough one. Well, Arma and Kendall, you guys both got here just in time for boat ride. If it was me, I would probably not buy pizza for the 3rd day in a row. Most likely. Don't have like any other food. Oh shit. Jimmy John's, Jimmy John's, Jimmy John's, Jimmy John's. It's definitely not the same as Blue Bob and Julian doing it. That'll be the fated reenactment whenever they see each other again. I hope like that's the first thing that happens is they just do it Jimmy John's. That'd be hype. You haven't eaten since noon. And you just have like nothing to cook, Arma. If you have nothing else, then go for it, I suppose. What is my camera doing? What is my camera doing? Hello? Why are you so close? Mario Cam? My Mario Cam no see down right there? Hello? That does not happen. I've never seen the camera that close. Bruh. That was some garbage. Alright, check it out. Gainer with the bad camera. Oh, the fucking chew. The chew made me not get the camera. Or not, maybe not get the gainer. Wait, did you meet the goal today, Justin? I think when I was watching, you were at like 50% or something. 54%. Did you meet it during that stream or something? No? Uh-oh. You're just like preparing for it. The inevitable. Asshole. I started looking at that message, I'm like, I have no idea what this is trying to say. Nice. Ow, bitch. Alright, bomb. No, so no bombs. Alright, well we have 11 bombs, so it's fine. Cool. Would've liked a 1 bomb drop, would've been cool. Look at me. a good phase 2. I don't know. That fight really comes down to, does he run into your bombs or does he not run into your bombs? And he did not run into my bombs. Just remember, like, hearing Trev say stuff like, it's, like, walk in a clockwise circle or something and drop, ooh, 2 bombs, damn, okay. Like, drop bombs, like, in a clockwise circle or something, but, like, I don't know, that never felt consistent for me. Uh-huh. Hadn't that one happen in a while. I let him hit me there so I wouldn't get memed on during my jump somehow. I don't know if that rock can hit you out of the air or not, I'm not sure. Oh my fucking god. I love Majora's Mask. That's like the second time it's done that there for me. It's pretty neat. I'll take that though over this room being stupid any day. That's like that other thing is it's like a 4-second, 5-second maybe. But also maybe like get a later cycle on the rotating bar, so there's also that, I guess, to account for, I suppose. And so that message that guy posted, is that like some copy pasta or something? I don't think I've ever seen that one before. I started, ooh. Saucy. We'll push it as Goron Link for fun. We never push this as Goron. I just assumed it was some sort of shit post or something, I don't know. I thought Apple was in there, I'm pretty sure. I was like, okay. I don't know if I needed a jump slash there, but I thought I would do it for the safety. So you're learning that, right, Arma, when you do runs again on May 3rd? Doing the previous room, but without switching to Human Link? Run into me? Thanks. I think it's really interesting that like the strat you do with Human Link, if you do that as Zora, it like crushes you, I think, right? I think you get crushed. Or it just like pushes you off, I forget which one it does. Bastard. I guess doing it as human isn't that much slower, but you know, I think this like the method I do isn't that bad either. All right, can we get the jump slash? Bad. I don't fully understand it, but you can like, it's like if you're targeting holding forward, and then if you hit like B and then A, you can like draw fins and do a jump slash without like slashing. But I don't know if it's like a frame perfect thing or something. I'm not too sure. What are the odds of May 3rd stream actually happening? See? Thanks for the heart. I didn't particularly need. The next day going back home, oh lol. I feel if I would have said anything else, like May 6th, it probably would have like been like actually like, yep, I can do that day. And to my knowledge, there's literally absolutely no reason why I picked May 3rd. It was just a day I happened to pick. Kinda like how last year the meme was you were gonna come up to Canada like October like 16th or whatever like that week was. It was like, yep, Armor's coming up to Canada in 36 weeks, which was like, yeah, like the middle of October, I'm pretty sure. Yo, at BGDQ, are we doing MM reverse dungeon order? Go. That'd be interesting, but also I don't even know if there's a route for something like that, so I'd just be like a figure it out on the fly type of thing. I was gonna say there probably actually is a route for that. That like I could definitely see that existing. Is that a thing for OOT, reverse dungeon order? As like a category, that's all you do is just beat everything in reverse. I think usually I have Goron on C left there. Usually. I also know in OOT, it's something like you could beat like every dungeon as child except Spirit or whatever, because you can't equip Mirror Shield normally, but you can like SRM it on Young Link or whatever, and it will just work, I think. Something like that. Something like really weird like that, because OOT is a beautiful mess. No, you would have been hype, Arma. I avoided here last run. I'm pretty sure. Like when you jump to that switch as Zora in the beginning of the previous room, I just didn't make it somehow. I was like, okay. Alright, the best menu I could have ever done. A singular step away from the trigger. Should not be mashing B. This text advances automatically, doesn't it? So I would just instinctively hit buttons, but I'm pretty sure, like, okay, you can, like, I guess advance it to show up fully faster, but I'm pretty sure the cutscene plays at the same speed regardless, to my knowledge. Actually, hit me once, maybe? I think once was good, because I can just take damage from a chew to get a quarter. If I had slightly less health, then that would have been faster, because I wouldn't have had to make that soldier hit me once. So when you want them to hit you, they just take so long to slash. It's like, dog. Oh fuck, that's hype, Arma. Hey. That'd be a good, like, sub sound or something. Hey. That'd be a good one, I think. Oh, that'd be pretty funny too, actually. That'd be pretty funny. Bomb chews are indeed on C left currently. Oh, usually my camera is facing to the statues on my left. Like that's the past like so many times I've been there, it's been like that, so I've just been used to it doing that. I'm not getting my spike charge. Bunny Hood would be pretty slow to get. That'd be a very epic way to grab it, and it's slower than rolling with Goron, so... Like, would it even be worth getting if you didn't have Goron? Probably not, still. It most likely would still be slow to get. But Bunny Hood's really weird, because if you hold target at all while you have Bunny Hood equipped, it like reduces your speed back to as if you didn't have Bunny Hood equipped at all. And then, so like if you roll, it also makes your roll just normal speed. It's really weird. Like it's like as if it like just doesn't like work properly, or it's like some like weird oversight. I'm not too sure. But to get Bunny Hood, you would have to be in Clock Town at night to get Bremen Mask, and then you would have to go to to Romani Ranch to play with the chickens. So you could get the Bunny Hood from that guy. I think you can get Bunny Hood at night. I don't remember exactly. So I know like the dog racetrack closes at a certain time. But I forget if the Kuko Shack, I believe is what it's called. I think that is open a bit later, I'm pretty sure. But I think it still closes at a certain time in the night, so like, yeah. I do know one of my friends actually asked me if you get Bunny Hood in this run or not recently, which I guess if you're someone who's played the game casually, it would make sense to get it, because it's like, oh yeah, it's the, you know, it's the thing that makes you move quickly, but Goron makes you move quicker than Bunny Hood makes you move quick, so, yep. Walking with Bunny Hood, though, is faster than, like, rolling or back walking with normal Link, though. But I'm pretty sure this is correct information that all the transformation masks, like, if you walk just normally or, like, back walk, whatever, I'm pretty sure all the transformation masks, like, back walk and walk faster than Human Link. So I don't know if Bunny Hood outpaces them in walking. Like, I guess Deku Link back walking slower than Bunny Hood. Not too sure. I knew that was gonna happen. See it happening. Jesus, chill. They both came right at me, my god. This is way later than I normally play Song of Double Time, so it should still be good for in-game time. The latest I've played it is like in the room where you like do all the LG switches in the room before this one. So this should still be fine. It's just, they might equip a little bit whack, because I had to keep Ocarina on longer than normal. Yeah, I wanted like 1 heart. There, that was a weird position. Bro, I think the light just ran out. I think. I think it ran out as the sunblock disappeared. Okay, don't equip over bombs. Nice, got the quick death. In the ferry. I can't believe that was too low. Yeah, so crouch stabbing in this game and all versions of original OOT is kind of broken because it doesn't have a default damage value set to it. It's set to, it just doesn't have a damage value. So it uses whatever your previous damage value was, and a stick jump slash does a lot of damage. So if you jump slash with a stick on Japanese Majora's Mask, or all versions of original Ocarina of Time, your crouch stab will just do a stick jump slash damage every time. It's really weird that they like didn't realize that for each revision of OOT, and then by English MM they finally realized it, because it doesn't work on English Majora's Mask. English MM is like essentially like a 1.2 version of the game. So in English MM, your crouch stab does a set value. Yeah, it's really cool. So like if you walk through like I think when you walk through a loading zone, it like resets your damage value, I'm pretty sure. Or if you put on a transformation mask, it resets your damage value too. But if you walk into a room and like crouch stab something without slashing your sword first on JP, your crouch stab just doesn't do anything. Like you can't break a pot or anything with it. I've definitely seen some people be like, wait, why is my crouch stab breaking this pot? It's like because you have to slash your sword first. It's kind of silly, but it's interesting. So right there, every crouch stab was doing stick jump slash damage because the last time I used my sword, I jump slashed, or last damage I did was jump slashing with a stick from when I side hopped out of that tunnel, and that's like kind of a clever strat because you already have sticks equipped. So there you can just jump slash with a stick, and then you just have your stick damage already set from when you enter this boss fight. Let them jinx you, or curse you, whatever, because it doesn't really matter at all if you get cursed here or not. Take that. Another interesting tech is that for aiming the hookshot and the bow vertically, it's faster to target and do it like this in third person. It just like it moves up quicker for some reason. It's really interesting. So like for like a stationary target like that, it's like faster to like just target and then like look up at it instead of like aiming manually like you would instinctively probably do. Alright, Twin Mold, you fuckface. How are you feeling today? Couldn't see his tail. Bruh. That hit, wow. They really gave me a freebie there on that one. That should not have hit. You also ideally do not get Giant's Mask. That was such an easy one cycle that I threw. That was such an easy one cycle. If either of those arrows had hit, that would have been a definite one cycle. Not the greatest, but I've had worse. What's my time at? Fuck, what's in-game time at? I didn't notice. Did anyone notice what my in-game time was before I entered the Twin Mold? Or before I beat Twin Mold? I wasn't looking. It's under 6 hours? Okay, I wasn't paying attention. But I sung a double time way later than normal, so I wasn't sure. Ever seen anyone glitchless this game? Have you seen like normal glitched speedruns? I don't think optimally in any category you use Giant's Mask. You can have a Giant's Mask fight that's like on par with arrows. Like I think I've had a Giant's Mask fight that's like as fast as my gold, but I guess like the extra menu and getting Giant's Mask would make it a bit slower. But for a beginner, it's definitely easier to use Giant's Mask than arrows. It's especially nice if you have ice and fire arrows. Because ice arrows on the red twin mold does triple damage, and fire arrows on the blue twin mold does triple damage. So it's only for like fire or ice, depending which one, to kill it. Or if you're using normal arrows, it is 10 normal arrows to kill twin mold, or to kill one of them. I have no water in my bottle left. Or like none that the straw will reach. Not a fan of glitch runs. They can be cool. There's a lot of cool glitches, but Glitchless for this game is really cool too. You've never seen him in Speedrun this game? Well. Damn. Just barely under. I mean, we had some time to work with, but we are just under the 6-hour mark of in-game time. Especially like, I think all masks is a really crazy speedrun. That's a really interesting run. There's a lot of crazy shit that happens in that run. I mean, that magic is a good vibe. Unless you happen to have magic left over, but I think it's better to get that magic regardless. Unless you happen to get like a magic drop at the very end of your twin mold fight that was like right in front of you. Also, Arma is getting his pizza. That is correct, G. For the 3rd day in a row, he's getting pizza. Insane. What a life to be living. Is Arma here for the best cutscene in gaming? Imagine Arma missing this cutscene. I hope Justin's like, hey Arma, you should definitely look at Butterstream right now and pause whatever you're doing. Is No longer terrorizing Termina. Feels good. Thanks for the Gumgla, Aaron. You just barely missed Powder Keg. I'm sorry. We're this close to getting it. Unfortunate, Aaron. How was the Core Keeper? Is Core Keeper dead? I feel like I haven't noticed if you've been playing that or not. Let's go. I mean, you would had to assume something would happen in the end, because it'd be pretty anticlimactic if you saved like all the giants and then like it just ended here. Like something would have to happen. Like there's no way this game would end without you fighting Majora somehow. But I always think if this game had more dev time, you would definitely fight Skull Kid up here, and then you fight Majora on the moon. That would definitely happen if this game wasn't made in a singular year. That'd be a cool fight, fighting Skull Kid on like the clock tower top there. At least said when the next patch is gonna be? Question mark. Yo, that jump slash saved me from getting hit by that remains. I think that jump slash actually dodged it, because you can, I'm pretty sure you can still take damage there. Fucking finally, man. Jeez. God damn. Damn, that could have been a 245. If I didn't miss the light arrow on inverting the temple, or if I didn't have a shit twin mold. Relax, oh my god. This is actually the first time I've looked at my splits since, I think, New Wave. I haven't looked since New Wave. Which was the furthest I was ahead. Was that New Wave? I think? No, nope. Wait. Yeah, New Wave. Was the furthest I was ahead at any point in this run. My BO, I think the best part about all of this, I don't think this even bops anyone, to my knowledge. I'm pretty sure this doesn't beat anyone's time.
Oh my god!
What the fuck?
I forgot I had that alert. I heard Prac, I was like, what the fuck is happening? So if anyone hasn't heard that before, there you go. Thank you, G, for the sub pack. Went to Owl, Grindgar, Nick, Greg, Zermio. So thank you, Morpheus, and everyone. Honestly, yeah, people who actually, yeah, it didn't just go to a bunch of like people I've never seen before. Supreme.
Drinking time.
There you go. There's your Supreme. Didn't know that. Yeah, I set the alert when I set up alerts again the other day. So a 5-pack or more gives you the Prac alert, and then I guess 4 or less gives you the max alert. Stopping part. No! Oh fuck, it's falling apart, boys. So sad. Or tape. Category? Ed? Alright. I did say after 246 I would go for ADR. Damn, was ahead the entire run. Crazy. How does this compare against best split times? Not my best ice arrows. Oh yeah, I thought the wart fight was kind of garby. Yeah, I think actual bad things happened in this run was Twin Mold was not good. Damn, so compared to last PB, like last PB had a shit Majora, but a really good Twin Mold, and this one had a pretty good Majora and a shit Twin Mold. And then I failed inverting the temple, which lost me actually a lot of time. Wart wasn't very good. I forgot what happened at Georg. I don't remember what that one was about. I do not remember. Every single run today, I got a bomb drop. This is the only run that made it past Goron race. Alright, you know, Justin? Oh wait, hold up. We're about to get our smile. Hold up. I'll wait for the smile, then I'll do it. Smile. Alright, Justin. I'll dedicate this special hydrate to you. How's that? take a swig of wine for you. Definitely drinking tonight. Yeah, you're right. Mishap, I didn't throw that to some dumb shit. Like, God, that would have been so bad. Because I stopped looking at splits at New Wave. I was like, okay, I'm on a run. Don't fucking throw it for once. And I didn't do anything that was catastrophically terrible. There was still some bad things. Like, I could, if I really wanted to, I could go for a 245, but I think I'll let it chill. Because I said at like 247, and I think 248, I think I said I was gonna go for a different category, and then I'm like, nah, I can do better. I probably did say that was sub 250, most likely. Most likely, I probably did. Oh man. Feels pretty good, man. In case we're curious, how close this is to Jess's PB. Where's that comparison? Oh, save time over him at Sonata and Adalwa. You know, he didn't body me everywhere, but Jess is still Giga Chat as hell. Less than 5 minutes though, that's kind of neat. But yeah. To get a time that would bop someone, I would need a 2:44.35 or better to get third place. Because I don't know has a 2:44.36. Yeah, feels good. Wait, oh, I went right by it? Blue Bob. Yeah, I know like when I've been doing runs recently, I was like, okay, there's gonna, like, the good run's gonna happen eventually. And this is where it mostly all came together. Prack, you missed the Prack alert go off, Prack. Just need another 5-pack real quick. Forehead. Feels good, man, though. Feels pretty damn good, man. Did you like just get back? Oh wait, no, you were streaming earlier, Prack. I thought you were doing like a test stream. Did you end up winning?
Look at all these people. I don't know any of them. Amazing.
Amazing.
Wow.
Blue Bob. Me for gifting a sub to Speckner. Shoutouts to him. Damn. Shoutouts to people gifting subs and they actually go to people that I recognize. Oh wait, Prack is still streaming. I assumed he'd be done streaming. the raid Prac, should I? Prac is doing the exciting thing of sitting there playing update, he literally just went offline. Feels good, man. Damn, so I guess now I actually have to learn the ADR route, isn't that crazy? That means I have to learn super sliding, I think? Unless you don't have to do a super slide, but I think you do super sliding in that route, run, whatever, oh. You don't have to do any if it's fast, okay. So what you're saying is I can keep putting off learning tech for longer. That's a good feel. The power of your osmos, right? This is probably actually a 246.09, I'd imagine. I'm just glad the remains on Wrath decide to hit me at the start instead of after I started hitting Majora, because if they hit me while I was crouch stabbing Majora, that would have certainly fucked things up. It's very rare they hit your shield or just knock you over while you're crouch stabbing Majora and you don't get messed up, because like if they hit your shield, you like can't crouch stab for a second. So if they hit you at like most times throughout your interval of your crouch stab, it just fucks up the. So I guess I'll take that, because yeah, pretty much phase 1 and 2 are pretty much perfect for the most part. So like all that time loss was like literally the remains hitting me and then Majora knocking me down for like 3 seconds. Because Majora is cool and will just keep knocking you down and you can't do anything about it. Backwalk Hesses, you know, I can Hess relatively confidently, so yeah. That's a good one.